Welcome everyone to another Tracks on Sundays. I'm Tracks the Max, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're on the Only Voids account again. Earlier today I made a video pulling shards on the main account, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out as well. But today we're on here, and we have some shards to pull as well. A couple of voids I picked up here and there. I could have had an extra void shard from this challenge here in the artifact challenges had I not farmed Minotaur all week, because that's basically what I've been doing, farming Minotaur all week. Not only that though, I've also worked on the missions. As you can see, we've pushed up to mission 200, and we now need to defeat 100 champions in Classic Arena, which is going very slow in Gold 1. It's really hard to find fights and keep my sanity at the same time, I guess, is a good explanation. But other than that, we could probably knock out most of these. I've done all these things already, so get another 6-star. That's on the list of things to do anyway, so this is almost there as well. Yeah, the rest of these are pretty easy actually. This might be a hard one. I haven't really gotten that many banners yet from Doom and Spider, but that's fine. I want to do a lot of Spider anyway because, yeah, I just still need a lot of better accessories than the ones that we have right now. So I don't want to make this video too long since there was already the other video, and I'd love you guys to go check that one out as well. It's a very short one, so I don't think you guys will mind, and I pulled a pretty decent champion on that account. But last week we pulled ourselves a Broadmaw and a Draconis. As you can see, one is 50, the other one is 60. I've slapped some gear on them, and Broadmaw I've given the masteries, and while doing so, we've been able to push quite a bit in the dungeon. So real quick, we're going to go look at these things and not go into detail too much. But as you can see, 17 here. I haven't done Void Keep yet because obviously it's Sunday today. So today we're going to be in the Void Keep all day long. But I hope I'll be able to push a little further, maybe 15, 16, who knows. But we need a lot more potions because Broadmaw, for instance, still needs some. Magic Keep, we were at 15. I believe Spirit Keep was also 14 or 15. So we've been working our way up on all these keeps, which is really good, but not as essential, right? Because we don't really need that many potions to begin with. It's mainly just the Void Keep that we're interested in, and the Arcane Keep, of course. Minotaur here, we've been farming 15 really easily, even with 4 champions now because of Broadmaw. Meanwhile, we have 6-star masteries on these 3. Oboro still needs some extra masteries here, but she's almost finished. So once these 3 are finished, anyone we bring along will be getting the masteries. So that's really nice. Mainly, I spent the week farming Minotaur just for Oboro's War Master. So Ice Golem, we've been doing 13. 13 is with Oboro getting her War Master is now stable, since with the lifesteal she can actually heal back up enough HP so that she can maintain the fight with the boss. Without War Master, it was actually pretty tricky, because I know some people in my clan have been saying Oboro versus the Ice Golem is really easy, but it's actually not that easy if you don't have War Master and lifesteal going on, because just the lifesteal is just not enough for her to maintain her HP. But with the War Master procs in there some of the times, then you can actually pull it off. And yeah, as you can see, 1 minute 8, that's a reasonable time. I'd be happy to farm that in a tournament or something. So Spider's done. We're just still farming stage 10. Nothing has changed there. I haven't really tried to push, but I don't really see the use, as stage 10 gives such a high percentage of 5-star gear, and we still need accessories in some of our champions that don't have a banner or whatnot. So stage 10 is fine there. Dragon we've pushed a bit. I've been doing 15 here. Haven't tried 16. Although, you know, you need to know your line, and 15 really is the line, because I've also seen it fail on occasion. We're just barely making it through 15, so for now we'll just keep it there. But already a big improvement, I'd say. And then Fire Knight I haven't touched since last time. Haven't needed to yet. Maybe for some missions that are coming up I might have to do that. I'm not completely sure, but yeah, if that's the case, we'll find out, right? So, but we have, and that's the important part, the reason why we've been doing Minotaur all week is Clan Boss right here, and I can show you we're on hard and we just did 5.3 million, which is almost a 2-key hard. And, you know, that's really good, because if we can do this 2-key, that means we can spend our other keys in normal and easy and get some extra brews. There's not much else coming out of these things than brews, really. I've had an occasional shard here and there. The gear is all just silver because we kind of outgrew our 4-star stuff already. So I'm not really keeping any of that. Potions, fine, whatever. Yeah, it's basically gems and some brews at this point, but we're trying. We're trying to get these shards, trying to get some void shards out of this. Books if we can. You know, that's always nice. And these 5-star pieces, I'll happily pick up as well, right? So, now, I spoke about this a while ago. I think 2 episodes ago, I talked about something that we might be able to do with our friend here, Fellhound, right? And the idea, I'll show you in a second, because that's exactly what I'm doing with this Clan Boss team, is on the second turn, we're placing a block damage buff on this guy, and that means he's only taking the first AoE, and right now he's also taking the stun. I want to try and shift that off of him if possible. For now, it's not possible yet, but if our Clan Boss team remains the same as it is right now after today, we'll see after we pull some shards, obviously, then I'd love to try and shift the focus of the Clan Boss off of Fellhound, and that would make it so that Fellhound only takes 1 AoE and heals up the other 2 attacks of the Clan Boss, right? That, in combination with him wearing a very horrible Guardian set. I mean, his stats are okay-ish for this level. 2,000 defenses. For hard Clan Boss is actually all right. It's nothing amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of okay. And at this level, 25,000 HP is also, it's fine. It's nothing amazing. You know, we're wearing 4-star Guardian gear here. We can't really ask for that much. So as you can see, he's also pretty slow, but that's fine. We don't need him to be fast. He basically just has to be faster than the Clan Boss, and that's it. And we don't want him to really go faster than that. So he's not even wearing speed boots, just pure defense, HP, defense, right? Just defensive stats for the most part. All he's doing is putting on continuous heals for people, block damage on the second AoE, so he doesn't take any damage, but he does take some damage off of these other champions that we have in the Clan Boss team. And occasionally he A1s. I think it goes A2, A3, A2, A1, or something like that. I also picked up this blessing today. I don't know if this is the right one to pick up, but he's been picking up stuns, so I thought, you know, maybe just throw him in this, and maybe sometimes he'll have a 5% chance of blocking a debuff. But the main thing why I got this is just because it has HP on it. It doesn't matter. Most of these have HP on it, by the way. I think maybe actually they probably all have HP, but it doesn't really matter. I could have gone for Phantom Touch, but he only does like one attack every 4 rounds or something. And in my opinion, it was actually better to just have a small chance of blocking this stun instead. Maybe that's wrong, but he's more of a support in this clan boss team than he is a damage dealer. Which is funny because we actually know Fellhound to be like the fastest campaign farmer, right? And on my account now, he's not being the fastest campaign farmer, but he's actually a support unit for our clan boss team, and he's also the support unit for our Fire Knight team with this reflect damage. Because without this reflect damage, we're not even taking down the shield of the Fire Knight. But because of this ability right here, it's pretty easy actually. We do have to take one hit to make this happen, but after that, it's all good, you know? So, pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys a run right here. I can just throw this on auto. If I see something that I want to fix while it's happening, I'll put it on pause real quick. But you can see here, so he puts up the reflect damage and the heals. This is the second AoE that's going to come right here. The ally protection all stacks up. So he's taking a lot of the damage that the other ones are supposed to be taking, but he's not taking any of it in that second AoE because he has a block damage on, which is fantastic. You might also have noticed that my Broadmaw also had the ally protection thing going. That's because I gave my Broadmaw Bulwark. Now, this was a hard decision. I wasn't really sure if I was supposed to give him War Master or Bulwark. Eventually, I went for the latter. I think in the long run, having someone be able to support the team is going to be better. It could be wrong there, but the fact that he doesn't even attack every single turn just makes War Master a little less appealing to me. That's just basically it. So I went with Bulwark, and that has an effect every single turn, right? So we have 2 champions now on a team that can help absorb some of the damage that our DPSs are taking. Since we still don't have a attack down, really hoping we get an attack down from those 2 void shards, to be honest. That's kind of the #1 thing I want right now. And if we do, we're going to have to see which one of these 2 we want to replace with that attack down. There's something to be said about Draconis too. He is not booked yet, so I haven't really been able to fully test his possibilities in this clan boss team. Oh, this is a bad run. Yeah, this is a bad one. Well, it doesn't really matter. We needed 3 keys anyway, but hopefully we can get a little further than this. Oh well, 3.5. But at least you get an idea about what the team is supposed to do, right? What was I saying again? Oh yeah, okay, Draconis here, right? So, see, this guy has, on his A3, attacks one enemy, removes all debuffs from the ally with the lowest HP, then heals them by 25% of the damage inflicted. Now, that heal is not going to be amazing, but what I like about this is a cleanse. So, if you have a stun target, and you can have this guy go first, right after the clan boss has stunned somebody, well, he can't cleanse it off himself, obviously, if he's stunned, but somebody else, then you could actually use him to speed tune, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do my research on that, if people actually use this guy in the past or not for that, but As you can see, we still need a lot of books in him for that to be a thing. All our books landed in his A1. So, what is that? 3. We need 8 more rare books. Yeah, we don't have any right now. So, rare books is a thing we're going to be looking after for sure. But yeah, that's the idea of the team right now. And again, this strategy, it's really shenanigans. It's abusing the fact that this right here is so powerful in Clan Boss, and people just overlooked us. Guardian does not get promoted enough for the newer players, even 4-star Guardian gear, because people see 4-star and they immediately think to themselves, I'm not putting that on my champion. That's crap, right? That's not good. I want 5-star. I want 6-star. Hell, I want golden gear only. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. You do you, boo, you know, but this is actually quite powerful. And the reason is the way that the damage works in Clan Boss, and take this with a grain of salt, this is more or less how I remember it. So the AoEs of Clan Boss, they start at a base level of damage, right? And every turn, this damage starts to rack up slowly. More and more and more and more. That's why you can't really go infinite, even though, like, the first turn, it seems like you're not even taking any damage. But then suddenly at turn 20, 25, 30, 35, right? You're seeing everyone starting to fall, and you're like, what happened? My team is exactly the same as it was in the beginning. So what happened? Well, that's because there's a base level of damage, and that base level of damage keeps racking up. However, if you have something like an ally protection, bulwark, or guardian set, where there's a champion that is taking the damage for the other champions, the champion or the support champion that is taking that damage will only be taking the damage of the base damage that the clan boss applied to these other champions. So I'll try to explain that a little easier, right? So round 1, clan boss does an AoE, and in our team here, Fellhound is going to take, what is that? 10% of each of these other 4 champions, right? And let's say clan boss did 50. No, clan boss did 500 damage or something, just to make some easy numbers, right? So Fellhound would take 50 off of each of those champions. Yeah, okay. So Fellhound would take 700 damage, and the other ones would take 450 damage. For some easy math. Obviously, that's not the way it works, but easy math. Now, turn 10, perhaps, maybe the clan boss is already doing 1,000 damage. So these champions would be taking 900 damage each, and Fellhound should be taking 1,000 damage plus 100 from each of those other ones. So that would be 1,400 damage, right? Wrong. Fellhound doesn't take 1,400 damage. Fellhound takes 1,000 damage from the clan boss and only takes the base damage from in the beginning. So that was those 50s that we spoke of earlier. So we'll only be taking 1,200 damage. So basically, the Protector has a huge advantage here. That they are protecting the team, but also take way less damage protecting the team. So the overall damage that your team is absorbing or getting is a lot less. There's just a bunch of damage just poof disappearing basically. And that's why teams with like double ally protectors are really, really strong. That's why you can make very good Ultra Nightmare teams with just 2 ally protectors. That's what people mean when they say use a double or a double ally protector team, because you're kind of gaming the system, right? There's like Well, we don't know if it's like it's the way it's supposed to be, or it's a glitch or whatnot, but we do know that's how it works. So there's one thing to note there, though, and I'm not sure if this works that way on Bulwark and on Guardian, so I can't help you there, but I'm sure if you do some research, you can find out about it. I do know, however, on Ally Protection, if the clan boss crits, the Ally Protector will be taking damage according to its own crit damage, not the crit damage of the one inflicting the critical hit. So that's kind of awkward, but that means that it's better to not have too much crit damage on your ally protector, because the more you have, the more damage you're going to take if they actually crit on you, which is, again, some spaghetti coding or whatever they call that kind of stuff. But yeah, as you can see, easy 3 key right here. And, well, if I could find a way to get that 5.5 consistently, we'll be at a 2 key. So last week we were barely doing a 4 key, I think. And this week we are almost doing a 2 key, which is really nice, right? So yeah, I'd say a nice improvement right there. And that's, again, basically getting War Master here, having someone with a Bulwark to reduce all damage, and this champion will get that instead. And, well, she already had her War Master, obviously. Whoops, didn't want to do that. And then here, the Guardian, another champion who's just absorbing damage. That's all Fellhound is doing. Throwing up heals for the team, reflect damages, and absorbing damage with block damage on. And hey, it seems to be working fairly well. So yeah, that was it for the clan boss and dungeons. Faction wars, not much has changed, so I'm gonna just skip that for now. We can look at that next week. Let's get right into the shards now and see if we can pull anything here. Looking at these champions, I don't think I want a chance at these. Unfortunately, it's these this time around, because earlier this week we had Demytha, which would have been really nice, but hey, that doesn't mean we still can't pull a Demytha. We'll see what we get here. It's a blue, it's a gold heart. All right, dude, we just solved so many things with one champion. All right, basically a legendary. It's not. I don't know if we can actually use this in clan boss. She does have a poison and she does have a max HP. I don't know how good she's gonna be there though. But for dungeons, poof. Sheesh. We got ourselves heal reduction. We got ourselves some poisons and AoEs, and we got max HP damage and a turn meter knockback for things such as Spider. Bro. Let's go, dude. Okay, now we're definitely gonna need all the rare books we can get, because that is a huge pull. What is this guy? Ragemonger. Attacks one enemy, places a small continuous heal buff on this champion for 1 turn if the hit is critical. So I assume you want to build damage on him. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 65% chance of placing a weak poison. Okay. You can get that up to 70, I guess. And I guess small poison is still a poison, but maybe at that point, like, I'm thinking in terms of clan boss, right? And maybe at that point you just rather have a cold heart. I don't know. Attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing HP burn debuff for 2 turns, and that goes up to 55%. 4 turn cooldown. What was this actually? Also 4 turn cooldown. Huh. The thing here is that maybe, like, he could probably work fairly well without books, I guess. What is that, dude? Oh, this is a guy I recently checked out. Increases attack ally attack in campaign battles by 21%. I don't know what this is for. I really don't. Maybe we can use this to do better in Nightmare campaign or something. I guess that's his best use for now, but okay, people like him in Demon Lord. People like him in campaign. Spider for the burn, I guess. I mean, that makes sense. I could, you know. Yeah, sure. So HP burn, some poisons. His A1 just lacks something, man. Like, this isn't good enough. This should have been something like decreased speed or something, right? Then that would have been a lot better. Or this should have been on a 3-turn cooldown. Also would have been a lot better. Or more targets, maybe? One target is just not a lot, but... Oof. Yikes. No Hydra love, huh? I was actually thinking for Hydra, having a burn is pretty useful. That's weird. Oh, but maybe because he gives himself this continuous heal, that he is automatically a mischief target. So yeah, that might not really work out the way we want to. But hey, we pulled a freaking cold heart. Let's go. Let's check out and see how far we are in points here. So we kind of want this rare tomb now, right? That's a given. And if we have the rare tomb, we probably want more of this too. So can we actually get there? What is a ancient shard? 20 points. You got 32. Nah. Probably not worth it. Probably better just hold on to this and wait till there's a fusion that we can actually participate in. I was thinking if we were able to get something with our shards, you know, something decent along the way here, that we could pick it up. I mean, technically Eternal Soul Coin isn't horrible, but for us it doesn't really do much yet either, so I'm like, what are these rewards? Come on, dude. Yeah, no. We'll leave it at that. That's enough for now. I mean, we have a cold art to work on now, so hey, that Fire Knight issue is pretty much resolved with that one pull, and pushing Spider might be easier now as well, with not one but 2 champions that could actually do something in there. So all right, guess that's going to be it for this week. Thank you guys so much again for joining. If there's anything you want to know about the account or whatever, just leave a comment and I'll be glad to answer. We also have a clan running because I've had this question, or actually I've seen this question being asked a couple of times in Discord. Is there a clan or whatnot? Yeah, we have a clan called the Fallen Doges, level 14. Tag is FD. And we have a bunch of members who are actually doing the void only thing, but we also have just some OG accounts. My own, this is like my first free-to-play that I ever had, for instance. And that's my free-to-play of last season, for instance. They're in here too. These guys are all doing some void challenges, as you can see. So if you want to participate in this, just hit me up on Discord or whatever, and we could make it happen, all right? So, oh, and I am going to try and do this again, throw my referral into the mix here, and if anyone wants to make a void-only account, it's like, I'm kind of bored with Raid right now, let's try it. I'll throw my referral link down here below, and if you want to help someone out, hey, I'd be honored to have you as my referral, so we can get some extra voids on this account as well. Anyway, guys, hope you guys have a nice week, and yeah, see you guys next week. Peace.